So I'm old enough to remember the Arab oil embargo, where the price of gas went very high. Only after then did people start buying lockable gas caps.
Right.
Because people would come in the dark of night, undo your gas cap, and siphon out
your gas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Change the world. What a world we live in.
I know, right?
You can't even have a tank of gas.
Ain't that something? Right. So I just thought I would describe the principle behind a siphon.
Okay.
It's become clear to me that most people have no idea how and why it works.
All right.
They know how to make it happen,
right?
But they don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
They just know you put a hose in,
right?
You suck on it,
and you end up stealing somebody's gas,
right? And with a taste of gasoline in your mouth.
Oh, that's bad.
So we're going to do that experiment.
Okay.
And I have here a vessel of dark red liquid.
Red liquid that was once water at a wedding. Yes.
So I want to get some of this liquid into this glass.
Okay.
Without actually pouring it.
Okay.
So this is some inaccessible place, right?
Gotcha.
It's some place. I can definitely get a hose to it.
Right.
But I can't otherwise tip this into the glass.
Okay.
So this is why you bring out a siphon.
Right.
Okay.
Like if it was in a barrel of wine.
A barrel, yeah, you can't pick up.
You can't pick up the barrel and pour it.
Okay. So what I've got now is a hose.
Okay.
This is just a simple, it's like a refrigerator, you know, the hose that brings water to the ice maker.
Right. Not the strip club kind.
The hoses in a strip club?
There are indeed hoes in the strip club.
Stop. Chuck. So I'm going to blow through this, just confirm that it's an open hose.
It is. Oh, look at that. Nice. Very cool.
Okay. So it's just a hose.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's it.
But the hose is, no air can get in the hose except through an end.
Through an end.
That matters. So I did this a lot when I was a kid. You'd have a straw and you have a drink. You put your straw in your drink and put your finger at the top.
Right.
The liquid can't come out the bottom because to do so would create a vacuum above it.
Right.
And it's not going to do that.
It's not going to do that.
It's not going to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So do that with my finger. There it is.
Look at that.
So now I'm going to suck on it.
Right.
And we say to ourselves, because it's our life experience, we're sucking the liquid out of the container.
Right.
But what's actually happening is I'm reducing the pressure of air inside the straw, and air pressure, atmospheric pressure,
is pushing
pressing
down
it
on
back
the
up.
rest.
Otherwise, it's all in equilibrium.
Right.
The pressure pressing down on the straw in an open straw will equal any pressure on the surface of the liquid that's trying to send it back up.
Gotcha.
That's all.
That's it.
That's how that works. Now, how much pressure is that? It's nearly 15 pounds per square inch. Let me put higher than atmospheric pressure on the top of this vase.
There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So now, if I put a bend in it and I let go of my air trap, what happens to the liquid?
Well, this part should definitely fall back inside.
At least this part here.
At least that part there. But since we know that it won't make a vacuum, then it should pull the rest of it with it.
It should pull everything with it.
Right.
Right. So it'll do that as long as this is above the level of that line.
Okay.
I claim that all of this liquid will stay together
and get pulled back into the container.
Pulled back in.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see it.
Let's try it. Okay.
Oh, yes.
There it is.
That it did.
It left a little behind there, but that's
yeah,
fine.
A little air bubble in there. That's cool.
All right, so now the question is what happens if that spot gets below the level of the liquid? Then we get into the siphon universe.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's try this again. Ready?
Here we go.
So here we go. Oh, yeah. So now, am I below the level of the liquid?
Yes, now you are.
So this length of liquid,
right,
is more than this length of liquid,
Absolutely.
and it is going to go in this direction instead of back in
Right.
because of that vertical length we have given it. Okay, so here we go. Let's try it. Whoa!
Look at that. Look at that.
There it is.
There it is.
We are siphoning out of
And
this.
so now the
vessel of
atmospheric
colored
pressure
water.
is just colored water.
Yeah, the
It's just pushing down,
Okay. Yes, but
and it's not okay. And
Okay.
It's not gravity. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's
so there's the weight of the column of liquid,
Right.
That's pulling down.
that.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And so that's going to matter. It's going to continue to matter
wow. Look at that.
until the moment these two levels are equal, the siphoning will stop. I think they stopped.
They're even. Yes, they're even. Look at that.
Let's verify how even they are.
Whoa!
Oh,
That's okay.
Out.
That's all right though.
Up. Yeah, I broke. But let's see, were they even? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
exactly
they're even. Look at that.
Exactly
See that?
even.
That's great.
There it was. And now this will just go all back in, and we are good. If you try to pull gasoline out of a car,
Right.
not that we're
No,
advising.
I was going to say we're not going to. Don't do that.
Don't try-
Don't try that out.
If you were to do it,
Right.
your receptacle has to be lower
Lower
than
than
the
the gas tank.
It's got to be on the ground because the gas
Right.
tank's pretty low.
Right.
All right. You can't just fill something up here.
Right.
It's got to be so that the length of the hose outside the gas tank is longer than the hose that's inside the gas tank. And then that will bring it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool. So when I think of siphon, I think of a squid.
Squids?
A squid pulls in water and then fills a chamber inside and then pushes out through a smaller opening that it pulled it in and
Squirts it out.
yeah, and that's why you see them just like whew, they move so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's called the siphon on a squid.
Who calls it a siphon?
Whoever named a squid a squid,
Okay.
that person called it a siphon.
All right. Then they have redefined the word for their purposes. But in the world of physics, that is not a
That's
siphon.
not a siphon.
No, it's not. No.
So when
That's propulsion.
that's propulsion.
Yeah. So what they did was they have a column of liquid,
Right.
and if you squeeze it
Right.
rapidly, by squeezing it, you're putting it through a smaller opening. And the liquid wants to move, and there's something called the conservation of mass through of mass flow. So, and this works in traffic too. You ever notice you're funneling to a tunnel, let's
Right.
say. You have
Yeah.
like 8 lanes.
Right.
And you go real slow.
Right.
And then finally, when you're 2 lanes, you speed up.
speed up.
We have a lot of mass moving slowly.
Right.
And then less mass moving quickly.
Right.
The total rate of mass flow is the same.
It's the same.
Outside the tunnel and inside the tunnel.
That's great.
So if you only have 2 lanes, you have to be moving faster
right.
to maintain
To
the
maintain
flow.
the flow.
So the same in the squid, you have a certain amount of volume of liquid.
Right.
And if you want to send it in this direction faster, you squeeze it, it comes out a smaller hole. It'll move faster through the smoke. Okay?
So that's just propulsion.
And that'll give you propulsion.
Not a siphon.
It has nothing to do with anything we just did on this table. So that was a siphon lesson.
There it is. That's what siphoning is. And make sure you do it with red liquid. If you really want to have fun.
All right. This is another Star Talk explainer with the one and only Chuck Nice. We'll see you again next time.